Hello guys, my name is Kevin. Let's have a look at classes. So we just had a very long discussion on structures, alright? And classes are very similar to structures, right? They are almost the same thing. I just went into OneNote and listed all of these different differences between them. So they are just very minor, so we'll have a look at them. I'll advise one thing, that if you have just come from the title, if you're just watching this is my first video on classes, I would suggest you to go back to the previous video which is on structures, because I will not be teaching that entire part again because it's very similar to classes. So I would recommend first watch structures video and then come over here. I'll tell the differences over here. So let's move ahead. So what happens over here is that in structures we saw that when we in the example we had name, age, rating and salary. All right. So now what anyone can do is they can access that from the main function. All right. In classes you can make those members or objects as private so that you can't access them. So for example, if I wanted to change, if I wanted to mess with the owner, all right, what I could do is I could go to that employee1 under and dot name. So that's Kevin. All right. So let's change Kevin's name to something else. All right. Let's mess with the owner. All right. So they could do that. Now in classes you can't do that. In classes you can never call those members because they're private by default. Obviously you can make private, you can change the private to public and even protected in certain cases. Protected is not something we'll be looking into right now. We'll be just looking into private and public. So let's go to VS Code and let's have a look at that, right? So here's our non-peasant structure code. All right. What I'll do is I'll create a new file called classes.cpp. Right. We'll go to our non-peasant structure. We'll copy the entire code and we'll just paste it over here. All right. So we got the code. Now what do? Uh, Instead of struct, we make this class. All right. And employee underscore class. All right. Now what will happen over here is that by default all of these things, string name, leave them, everything over here, it's now private. All right. You cannot retrieve or you cannot call this function or this information from the main function. And you might have seen that we got an error over here. Okay, let's just change this to this employee underscore class, right? And what happens is you can see set underscore info, print underscore info. We can't call any of that. We can't even do this employee and 0. All right. Dot name, right? See out. See what happened over here. Let's have a look. Function employee class set info declared at line 17 is inaccessible. All right. Name employee class name at line 6 is inaccessible. Why that? Because all of this is private. Now how to make it public? We just write public and then a colon. All right. And now what will happen is you see the errors went away. We can now access this. So anything, any object mentioned, any member mentioned after the public tag is public, and anything mentioned above it is not public. So let's do this. Let's put public after the name, where after line number 7. All right. Let's just control X. And after the name we'll put public. So what will happen is you see we get another error because now name declared at line 6 is inaccessible. Why? Because it is private and it is before the public tag. All right. So this is how structures can help. Now I can't mess with the name. All right. If the name Kevin has been entered, I can't change it. So what we'll do is to make this useful is we'll remove this from here and then we'll keep this here. What this will do is that you can't mess with any of this. You can just access the what would you say, just you can just access the functions and then you can just change the things that you want to do. All right. So that's good. And yeah, so let's just remove this. You can just get info. So that's classes for you. Another thing that we can do is that people call it constructor. All right. So what happens is that, let's just remove this. Right. Let's say that I am a lazy fellow. All right. Now when we were peasants. All right. So let's go to structures. We were peasants over here. All right. And what did peasants do? We would make this and then we would ask for each input like this. Now this was, so like over here, right? This is the peasant method. We would write the name of, we write the name of the structure. We'll put a dot name equals to the given name, then age. And now what if I don't want to be a peasant? What if I want to do this, that employee underscore 3, and then uh, when I'm declaring this, all right, so right over here, all right, so let's just remove this, my bad. Let's just copy this, right? Let's copy it. Let employee 3 be as it is, right? Let's do this, and we introduce an employee 4, and what we do is we pass the parameters. We call him, let's say, Tommy, all right, and Tommy's age is 6, right, and his salary is 20,000. How can a 6-year-old make 20,000? I don't know. And his rating is 10, right? This is throwing an error. But what if I want to do this, right? We need to create an constructor. So let me just, let's just head back to our current classes code. Let's remove this so that it doesn't show bad thing. Yeah. Let's go to classes again. All right. And let's say we had a class over here, right? So that was employee underscore class. So employee underscore class, right? And employee underscore 1, and then we'll say Kevin, right? 18 years old, makes 10 lakh rupees. Yep, no, 1 lakh, makes 10 lakh, and has a rating of 8.5, right? This is throwing off an error because a constructor hasn't been constructed. So now what we'll do is uh, we will go in public. All right, we'll write uh, employee underscore class, and then in the bracket we'll write string s, right? uh, Int a for age, double, let's call it sal for salary, and float rate. All right, float rat. And over here inside this, what we'll do is we'll write name equals to s, all right, age equals to a, all right, salary equals to sal, and rating equals to rat. All right, we're done with that. All right, and next what we'll do is we will, so you see the error over here, it's gone, right? And then next what we'll do is we'll say employee underscore 1 dot print underscore info, if I'm not wrong, print underscore info, right? Yeah, we forgot a semicolon over here, and a bracket over here. Let's cross our fingers, pray to God that this works. All right, so enter the number of employees, 3 employees. Number of name of employee Kevin, age of employee 18, salary of employee this much, 10 lakhs, and rating of employee 8.5. You see the beauty of this. So let's take another scenario that I declare another uh, employee object, right, of this class, right, and employee underscore 2, right? But I am lazy, I'm forgetful, I'm dumb, I forget to give parameters to it. Now what happens is that yeah, now this will say no default constructor exists for this class. All right, so what we need to do is we need to go up, all right, over here, and we need to create a default constructor. So what we'll do is employee underscore class, and then we'll not mention anything over here. See, in the normal constructor class we mentioned all of these different data types over here, and then we assigned them. Over here we haven't mentioned anything, and then we'll write that cout no parameters or arguments, should I say, no arguments provided. All right, arguments slash parameters, some people call it parameters, some people call it arguments, right? And let's do this. And another scenario is that I declare another employee, and let's say that I have a twin brother, right? And even he is named Kevin. He's as old as me, he has the same salary, he has the same rating as me. So they make him employee 3, and what they do is they fire me and they replace him with me. So they just paste employee underscore 1 over here, right? Now over here what will happen is we need to create a copy constructor for this as well. So what we'll do is we'll create another employee underscore class. All right, and here what we'll do is we'll give the address of a class. All right, so I think employee underscore class should come over here. All right, and what will happen is name equals a dot name, right? And then age equals a dot age, right? And then salary equals a dot salary, and then rating equals a dot rating, right? And let's cross our fingers, hope, pray to God that this works. So, and then let's do a employee underscore 3 dot, oh, might as well just employee underscore 2 dot print, right? Yeah, let's save this and let's do this. So enter number of employees, 3 employees, right? What happened over here was that we declared employee 1, all right, Kevin was declared, then we came to employee 2. Now what happened was employee 2, no arguments or parameters provided, all right, and then let me put an endl over here, and then let's run it again, right? Let's save this, let's run it, right? Yeah, so let's say 3 employees. Now what happened was no argument or parameters provided. Now name of employee, we were printing the information of employee 2, which was definitely not declared. Yeah, I'm dumb, sometimes I make mistakes too. So let's just run it. 3 employees, yeah, no arguments or parameters provided. All right, Kevin 18, 10^6, 8.5. all right, works like a charm. We have also got the copy constructor. If you want to check if it's working, so this is the copy constructor. So let's put a statement that cout, hi, I am a copycat, right? Just making they say programming is fun. Yeah, this is the fun. And let's put a cout statement over here. That hi, I'm default, right? And we should put endl probably. Let's save this, let's run it, right? 3 employees. See what we got. Hi, I am default, because in the main we said employee class. So this was the normal constructor, all right. Then this was the default constructor. So hi, I am oh my bad, this is the constructor where you don't unparameterized, so it says no arguments or parameters provided. And then we copied this, so hi, I am a copycat, and then we printed the employee 3, so that was the same value that we entered over here. So that's classes for you. I hope you've understood the thing between private, public, and all. And let's head on to the next topic. Thanks for watching, guys. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe for more of such tutorials. Follow me on Twitter at the red Kevin P. Karia. If you have any queries, let me know them down in the comment section or on this email ID, that is ask.kevinpkaria@gmail.com.